Try not to fall for make believe, but this is something else. I better be careful. You're beautiful, and I'm going down again. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Not Raisin. We are playing PLO 20 or 10 if we don't find any PLO 20 tables. Hopefully mostly on RunItOnce.eu, Phil Gelfand's poker site, and we get welcome back to the new day of streaming in style once more with aces. And we get action against a fairly tight dude on microgaming PLO 20 table. Played just a little bit off stream earlier today just to warm up. Took down almost one buy-in. Well, 1.5 buy-ins on PLO 10, but in terms of PLO 20, one buy-in. Money's going in here. Let's hope he has kings, not like some sort of combo draw. He has an open-ender. That is it. And we double up. Nice start to the stream. Yeah, welcome back everybody. Yesterday, in the beginning, I cost myself a buy-in or two. Later part of the stream... Oh, hang on, let me take care of that webcam there. In the later part of the stream, I felt I played alright. Certainly got the money in well. The dealer had other ideas for specifically turns and rivers a lot of the time. So in the end, we finished down 5 buy-ins or something. So, not horrible by any means. Webcam autofocus. There you go. And turn it off. Oop, I didn't mean to min-raise here. That was a misclick. Oops. Well, I do have 2 pair and a gutter, I guess. Oh, and PLO 20 tables are opening on RunItOnce. Well, very nice. Just goes to show, before I started the stream 4 or 5 minutes ago, there were there wasn't a single entry at PLO 20. I guess it's a slow day right now. And as soon as I put my 5 entries in there, people join. So if you're looking to start games, then just put all your entries into the pool that you want to play in, and someone is bound to join, because it just makes even if you don't want to play on 6 tables, but it's a more visually pleasing number. And there's having 6 or 5 entries as opposed to 1, and it'll certainly attract more peeps. Right, so which one of the microgaming tables am I gonna let go? That's a wash. I mean, this one we have an interesting player, a high VP player, the only high VP player at this table. Possibly this one is also slightly fishy. To our left, and here we have the similar type of player to our right. So it could go either way. I'm gonna check behind here, by the way. Another PLO 20 table opens. Well, things are moving. So I'm not gonna go crazy here. I'm gonna put 1 bet in as the 3 better and then leave it be. But the bet took it down. Down here, that's a fairly decent question. I think the answer is probably more a fold, because the suits aren't great. Yes, I think I like the fold. It's a double suited hand, but it's not a great one, so certainly there are hands among those that can be folded, especially in the small blind when you're going to be out of position for the rest of the hand. Never a fun proposal in PLO. Closing the action up here, I did call and managed to find a board that is quite nice. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to get some money in here. Potentially just checking the turn once more is a thing. So this table broke, fair enough. Took this one down, yeah. I think on the whole I would have preferred to check the turn, hoping to get at least some more money in. So nobody wants to play PLO 20 with me, it looks like. Fair enough. Also fair enough is this board, which I'm gonna lead in a limp pot. It's kind of optimistic, hoping to get a check raise in. So let's not. An excellent turn. I mean, I think I'm gonna bet fold this, actually. Right on. Turn a flush draw on top of the overpair. Make my flush. Woot! Oh, he turned it. Slick Poker! Hey! Welcome! Welcome everybody to the channel. Thank you for the raid. The stream is just starting, so you picked a nice point in time. And thank you very much. Hang on, let me just do this properly. Right, to everybody coming over, my name is NutRaisin. I am playing PLO all day. Pretty much every day of the week for 8 hours or more is usually what I'm streaming. And I prefer to play on RunItOnce. And right now there are not many tables going on RunItOnce, so I'm mixing up a little bit in the microgaming streets. Up like 2 buy-ins for the day, and this month has been going spectacularly well. I'm up like 1.3k, so... you know, 60, 70 buy-ins, some 65 buy-ins, something like that. So I shall not complain. I think it was I kind of deserved it this month. Like, as in, it was a combination of course, running well, but I also played decently. Last month I played so-so and ended up breaking even. Ran a little bit unlucky there. But that's all forgotten. Gotta go to sleep. I hear ya, yeah. Well, thank you very much for bringing your folks over, and again, welcome everybody to the channel. Long day of streaming PLO ahead. So that call that you saw when you came over on the PLO 10 table certainly wasn't a great call. We're not beating anything at this point. Need to let this one go. Just a middle pair, no relevant blockers, no hearts, nut. Is the technical term, I believe. Don't get fired. I'll try my best, sir. Yes, I've started streaming when RunItOnce opened, and really haven't stopped ever since. I used to be a short stacking semi-pro the last 1.5 years, working my way up from the absolute nanos, micros to, well, that part wasn't semi-professionally naturally, but worked my way up to PLO 100, sometimes took shots at PLO 200 when, you know, the true maniacs on microgaming moved up, chasing their losses. Beast mode. Let me check that for you. Not many. I can preface that right away. Let's just do this like this. So this is the current PLO lobby. Usually at this time we have at least 20-25 entries in the PLO 20 pool. It's kind of an unusual day. I guess people are out enjoying the nice weather, or just are, you know, plain working, having better things to do with a nice day like this. And in No Limit Hold'em, not much is going on. No Limit Hold'em took a hit the last couple of weeks, but PLO has been going very strong with PLO 50 tables running. As far as I can tell around the clock, I have no info between like 6 in the morning till 12 at noon Central European time, because that's when I sleep usually. So I don't know anything about these times, but all the other times of the day, PLO 50 is running all the time. PLO 20 is running a lot as well. Oh no! Slick there. Ah, what timing! That is nasty timing right there. Right, so we got some stuff going on. We do have the open-ender. He bets half pot. I'm all for that. Doesn't change anything, except that it brings a flush draw in that we're not blocking or having. But it's backdoor, so I feel pretty good about my straight, about my nut straight to boot. Take that one down. Here it was min-raised. I honestly didn't see any reason to come over the top, playing a larger pot out of position. Now I kind of might, actually, having the 4 in my hand. I have a double gutter myself, and of course that overpair. That is not a happy card. He's a very loose, even though his stats don't suggest it, he can raise some really weird stuff. And all in all, I think I'm getting a lot of calls here, definitely from jacks. That was just a strange way to play this hand. But I appreciate it. Lost the minimum right there. Yeah, when your day is done, when you're all pokered out, there's no point in sticking around even for a fun raid, unless it makes you catch a second wind. Yeah, so I believe this is the first day since RunItOnce opened that the pools are this small. Whereas, at least I can say that for PLO, the numbers have been rising more or less steadily ever since it opened. I'm about this call. I'm in the big blind. I could take it or leave it, that call, to be honest. Got a bunch of more interesting spots though. Now this is a flop. I don't mind seeing that one. Giving us the top set. Fortunately we are short, I forgot to rebuy here. Yep, that'll do it for us. Here I came over the top, out of position. I'm always betting on the larger end. Sorry, here. Certainly a flop to c-bet on. I'm c-betting most, if not all of my range here. That's unlucky that he... well, not unlucky. It is what it is, he called, and I'm gonna shut down. We do add a gutter, so we have a little bit of equity here. Not gonna call any bet though. On the button, he can certainly have a lot of 7s and stuff like that. It's really small, but still, it's not gonna entice me to call with just the gutter, the overcards. And one more PLO 20 table and RunItOnce opens right now. Oh, right on. Happy to hear that you're playing on RunItOnce as well. It certainly deserves some exposure, that side. And everything that the guys and Phil Gelfand are doing. On the new PLO 20 table. We start off nice. Well, this is microgaming, so this looks kind of funky. I don't really like the look of microgaming. This is RunItOnce, and I like the clean look and the color scheming quite a lot. It's unobtrusive and very relaxed. So unfortunately, the PLO 20 table got down to two-handed, and my heads-up game is horrible. There's no sugarcoating that. And so I'll proceed and close it, actually, rather than expose you to me playing heads up very badly. Here we flop a top pair and a gut shot. Could go either way. I think I'll check this one. With the king in my hand, I'm gonna give it a shot. And take it down, nice. Ooh, would've, should've, could've made quads here, although I would've never been in this hand. Don't get me wrong. Down here we get raised by this dude, and he is borderline crazy. Especially with this 3-bets over a sample of 400 hands here. He's 3-bet 22%, 4-bet 14. The 4-bet number is okay. On the higher end, but okay. But the 3-bet number is just crazy. So we're a little bit short here. We started a hand at like 60 BB or something. And we flop very nicely. I'm not gonna go for the check raise here. I'm just gonna bomb it, in fact. Oh, the other side. Okay, yeah. I completely agree, Slick. That is Betson on microgaming. It's not helped by the fact that my HUD is on there, making it even more, making it even less appealing, I guess. New PLO 20 table opens, good stuff. Closing the action on a new table, I decided to call here with a rather vulnerable hand. Not a great hand is what I'm trying to say, but has its appeal on this board. 2 pair and a flush draw. Let's check it once more. No need to go crazy just yet. And now I'll try to bet a size that maybe can get called. Wouldn't really know by what. Maybe a 6-7. Really decent pot going down up here. What happened? We had a 10-9 and a flush. The other dude had the top set. Interesting. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It does remind me of full tilt as well. I'm sure they were. I mean, I'm sure Phil Gelfand played lots on full tilt. Oh yeah, beast mode. That I am. I'll try to be. In fact, you'll hear me say I have no idea what to do here in various spots a lot in the stream. I think the frequency is going down a little. Hoping it'll go down a little more in the future. Looking forward to playing this hand. In position. Against a small blind here, 3-handed. Might be one for the checking range here. Because there's not many turns we're excited about. Now here the trouble is, if we're not behind, then a lot of the 2 pairs we make are not, could be dirty. And for a pot size 2, I'll let it go. Woot! Beast mode! Thanks for the follow. Unfortunately, the same is true here. Just letting it go. And so far for the session, up a little bit on micro, on RunItOnce we're breaking even, so up 30 bucks. Which is including a little bit of off-stream warm-up play before the stream. Now this one is a little bit interesting. This one is interesting. So I'm not folding, I mean that much is clear. That's an awesome turn, wow. Giving us the unadulterated nuts for now. see if I can... He bet the turn, the flop, and I decided to take one off. Let's see if I can get him off this hand. Took down on table 3 here, and up here with aces. Let's hope for good things to happen. In position, half pot sounds alright to me. He's still in the tank, I'll let you know what comes of it. Sizing up here now. Gonna have to let it go if I get raised. I don't think there's that much bluffing going on in these spots. Took it down on table 4 after the long tank. He decided to fold. And apparently he found a flop he likes. And I agree with the color scheme there. I played on almost all of the microgaming sites, bonus whoring in the last 1.5 years before RunItOnce came around. And I in particular dislike the color scheme on Betson. But the site has their good sides too. I think I'll let this go. Yeah, that's true! Just click that pot button. Just gonna check behind once more. I suspect we're good now. And you can always hit back to quads. So one dude is missing. I think it's rather close. With him re-raising a lot, I'll let it go. Let's check this one out for the cutoff to see what the solver approach would be here. I have a feeling it's still a fold on the cutoff. No, it's a raise call. Okay. But again, taking table conditions into account, very active 3-better behind me here. There shall be better spots. I'm gonna call you once. He checks, that's a good start. So having absolutely no showdown value here. Let's hope he assumes a straight that was scared of the flush and can find a fold with whatever he's holding. Nice. Hang on it. I think the cat wants to be let in. Nah, fair enough. Apparently I'm having hallucinations. Flopping top 2 on a flush board. Having no clubs is not that exciting. Gonna call once though. Fair enough. You have me convinced. I'll check out if there are some short stacking opportunities. Because I still occasionally do short stack PLO 50. There are some juicy tables going on. Let's raise this one up. He cold calls in the small blind. Apparently that's the thing in his game plan. I mean, there are some hands to cold call. I doubt that there are some hands to cold call in this spot in the small blind, however. Okay. So bottom set, I mean nobody's having aces here, I would assume. We flop some stuff all over the place. Flop some stuff here. Maybe I can go for the check raise there. This one I probably have to check and give up. Not probably, I will need to. Not really a board I want to see bet on. Right, so no dice with the check raise. Here he comes over the top. Let's play this one then. On table 2 I'm gonna have to give up. Ah, nice, take one down. Here, yeah, flush river. My mistake was not betting out the flop. But almost doubled up down here. Good stuff. Making for a good start of the session. What's going on over here with the splash pot where people tend to go crazy, but you know, if you came over with Slick Poker and you're streaming PLO on RunItOnce, then you already know about the splash pot craziness that can ensue. This one I need to check out. See, this is one of the spots I talked about where I go like, I'm not sure what the move is here. Here... I kind of played this one on autopilot. I probably could have c-bet. Then again, I had nothing blocked, no real backdoors, so fair enough. Here I flopped pretty pure on a rainbow board, and I made a mistake here as well, c-betting that large. I usually only c-bet half there on the flop. Kind of an autopilot there for a moment. Yeah, that's the bet sizing I should have employed. So let's check this one out, but let's make it button versus cutoff because... Comes over the top, huh? Need to keep an eye on him. Apparently he likes to do that. Pilot Ray! Welcome back! This session is indeed starting and going well. Microgaming at a RunItOnce table is a little bit slow to start. Hang on, but on micro, we are doing quite well, up almost 3 buy-ins for now. Yeah, 2.5, yeah, 47 euros. Definitely a decent start to the day. In a splash pot, certainly gonna call. Flop the open ender. Oh, that's quite a bad sizing with just the open-ender, the over... Ugh. I'll give in to my nitty roots. I mean, maybe if I'm ever calling with a pure open-ender and, you know, plus overcards. It might have been that one on a rainbow board, where I have a backdoor flush draw as well. But generally speaking, calling pot size with a marginal hand on the flop doesn't really get me excited. We have a hand over here. The king 10-9 double suited on the button. Right, I was gonna check out that ace king king queen offsuit, if that can ever be re-raised. I have a feeling it might be actually, as long as you keep it to a raised fold. Get raised here, this I can accept. Right, so a few more interesting spots. Gonna bet this one right out. Here, of course, I turn pretty well, and seeing that he keeps checking, I'll actually put a bet out here. Aren't they just, yeah, I mean, the huge splashes are, you know, self-explanatory, as in you go all in unless somebody is insanely deep in Euro as well. But the small ones, people go nuts with just the craziest holdings. Here we flopped well, he re-raised. He just calls, which I don't get at all. Here good things are happening as well. You have aces, we get action. You have to put a lot of money in. Effectively 100 BB deep. Here the money is going in, happily so. Here it is as well, we take that one down, double up on the PLO 10 table. And here we're in pretty decent shape as well. Yeah, actually, yeah. No, we are. Wow. Right on. You run poorly in them? Oh, 7 AM, that is a decent time to go to bed, sir. On. Got more aces. On the button, let's bet on this one a little bit smaller with the open-ender on top. Okay, that's not done. 4s, huh? Wow, that's not too great. This table is breaking. The variance dude apparently had enough variance for one day. Yeah, the last huge splashes that I had, I ran pretty poorly in them as well. Overall, though, I'm up a nice chunk of change. Ooh, and something happened. Hang on, I almost glossed over that. I want million! Thanks for the follow. Good, Nick? I remember that story. It's a Russian dude, right? On a final table. I want million. Now this is gonna be a fun table, but potentially challenging because this dude is marked in red, so clearly in the maniac territory. And I played against him a lot, and won a decent chunk against him a lot as well. Unfortunately, it's not all showing in my database because I reinstalled and I haven't set up all the previous aliases I used on Micro, which have been a lot. Actually, speaking of which, I probably need to change this one. It's time. Here I took it down with the 3-bet, which is always a happy thing indeed. So I guess on RunItOnce, having lost that one bind. Wow, and we get an action players here as well. I don't really recall this dude just yet, but he's marked in red. That usually means something. With the 3 and the 7 in my hand, I feel c-betting here is okay. So on RunItOnce, we're down half a buy-in right now. And on micro, we're up 3.5, so 3 buy-ins up right now. For micro, I can actually show a graph. I can show the sexy graph for this month as well. Ooh, hang on. No time for graphs. We got hands. And wow, do we have hands or don't we? Up here versus Bersuccio, I make a nice hand as well, the second nuts, with a redraw to the open-ended straight flush. Let's do this one first. Okay, a lot of spades are gone. Does he have a full house? Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Decided to cold call here on the button. We're fairly deep against the 3-better. So if he flop nicely, we can take down a big one. I think we will... I hope it'll get checked around, and I hope it'll get checked around on the turn once more. Because if it gets checked to me twice, then I'm certainly gonna bet the turn here. Blocking them nuts. Which is especially attractive since he is deep as well. Let's see if I can take it away on the river. He can still fold with his remaining stack there. All provided that it checks to me on the... Like if he bets the turn, then he's not gonna have enough behind if he decides to bet less than the pot for me to, you know, push him out. So it's definitely a gamble. What you gonna do, sleepy man? What you gonna do? Oh, that's a long-ass tank. It'd be hilarious if he comes over the top now. Okay, so far so good. Board didn't pair. Woot! Alex Slansky! That is quite a thing. Thank you very much for the sub, man. Welcome back to the channel and thanks a whole bunch. That is definitely gonna be the highlight of my day. Thanks a lot, sir. So let's try this then. We kinda got what we were gunning for here, right? Nice, nice. I mean, he was the question mark. I saw him folding a lot. But probably not too wild to put him on aces there. Ah, thanks a lot for the whole bunch of good luck wishes. I can certainly use those. Thank you very much, Alex. And I'm curious, did you put the good lucks in there with the sub or slightly after it? Because with the, I don't know how subbing works, but I do have the text-to-speech thing enabled. And so I'm just curious if you put it in with the sub and if it should have worked, or if you put it in later and then, you know, it's not going to be picked up by the text-to-speech thingy. So let me know, and if I, maybe, you know, I need to fix something, it's possible. That's a little bit of a fun turn. Do take it down, thankfully. It got checked on the... No, it got bet on the flop. Checked on a turn. I am gonna call here. Against this bet sizing. No idea what this dude is up to. The king high, okay. Oh, the ace is up here. Yeah, not a bad board, I would say. Eight, 8, 9, 6, one off the button. I think this one needs to be folded. Let's check it out. And that's perfect. The gap between a 9 and a 6 is just a little bit too large. That does remind me, I was going to check out that ace, king, king, queen hand and the 3-bet that happened at the beginning of the session. So let's do that. Sorry. Let's assume button versus cutoff, because there were some people missing. And it's actually correct. As I said, as long as you keep it to a raise fold there, then it's fine. It was the ace, king, king, queen completely offsuit, and that's solver approved, so to say. Looks like one more PLO 20 table on RunItOnce is opening. Question is... Yeah, I'm gonna fold the PLO... I'm gonna close, not fold, the PLO 10 table. Because the two microgaming tables are very interesting, having two crazy dudes on them. One on each. I'm not raising a lot of kings, but he is not 3-betting, not 4-betting a lot. So I felt it's kind of okay. Random dude reborn. We have a lot of randoms on this channel. We have a random shill, a random dude. Ooh, and we have a huge splash before the table, before I was gonna close this one. We have a 400 big blind splash. So let's do that. Unfortunately, we're deep against someone. Are we doing it with the flush? No, he takes it down with the full house, huh? Well, too bad, but that was exciting. Here, with the 3s in my hand, I'm probably gonna put it in. Yes, jacks, come on, do it! Oh, no! Okay, that was two huge pots. That was two buy-ins, unfortunately. Ah, you put it in later. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Then everything is hopefully set up correctly on the stream. That's bringing us, you know, probably back to even for the day for now. Arguably on this table, maybe I didn't need to go all in there on the turn, but having the 3s blocking, don't really mind. On the new PLO 10 table, I turned the nuts. PLO 20, sorry. He likes that board pairing, huh? Not sure if I believe him. In this case, like I fold it almost always. He does have it though. Just a combination of this being a new table and him betting there really quickly. Not quite strong enough to come over the top. And with this stack size I can hardly cold call. And the player pool, hang on, yeah, sorry random. This is the day this is the lowest I've ever seen at this time of day. So usually there are way more games going on than that. And so these are all entries, so there are 5 entries at PLO 10, one person can have up to 6 entries. 11 at PLO 20, 10 at PLO 50, there's usually at this time of day we have around 25 at PLO 20 and around 30 to 40 on PLO 50. Not really sure what's up today. So yeah, neither of these hands helped how the day has been going. On micro we are still up 30 bucks. Let's check it for RunItOnce. And I think we're breaking even on RunItOnce. We're down 30 bucks, actually 40, so we're down 10, like 7 or something like that. It is what it is. Yeah, good timing, you saw one of the huge splashes. Which of course would have been 80 bucks on the PLO 20 table. Alright, there's something going on up here. You bet really small with a low full house. Little splash pot, he just limped or just completed and I called. Nothing too exciting going on. We do have a double gutter now. Decent sized pot down here. We flop a top pair on a really dry board. I can actually see myself c-betting here. Ooh, that's quite an ugly board for aces. Yeah. Need to kind of see bet it here. Here the board pairs Into 3 shouldn't be a problem, but maybe I want to keep the pot small now. Or smallish, you know. On table 3, I somehow took it down after it went check all the way. The king might have killed us. Not a pot-sized bet, not a quick pot-sized bet, so... he was had the nuts, or had another hand last time. So, you're asking this at an interesting point in time, random. Up until recently, No Limit used to be more populated. Does he have it? No. No, he does. And in the last, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks, that shifted towards more the PLO pool being stronger usually. And I suspect we're gonna see a spike in users as soon as the new patch is released. Because some people are, it is in beta, so it needs to be said that some people are experiencing pretty severe problems with crashes and all that. So I would guess and hope that a lot of these people are coming back with the new patch. And of course that's gonna be even more true once the site leaves beta. Raven! Also nice to see you back. FE ace queen queen 10, blind versus blind. That's a decent board, rainbow. We do have a 10 in our hand. So here I am gonna c-bet. Although I am aware I'm c-betting a little bit too much, this might be a spot where just checking is fine as well. But without the 10 I would've, with the 10 I would've, with the 10, meh. Also, I wasn't blocking any of my own full house outs. But I think I saw, you know, I do watch a lot of Jananda streams and did so in the past. I think I see him checking there a lot. Might be worthwhile to figure out why and maybe approach a similar style. I mean, good reasons why would be that we're not having the current nuts, we're gonna be out of position for the rest of the hand. Possibly making us lean towards checking there. Nope. Ace King versus Ace King. Interesting stuff. Wait, what did he 3-bet? Hold on. Might be worth taking a note there. Gordon. Gordon is his name. What did Gordon have? Ace King Jack Jack. Fairly certain this shouldn't be 3-bet. Well, he wasn't a small blind, wasn't he? Let's check this out. Small blind versus... I believe this dude was sitting out at this point, so it was small blind versus button. Let's go with that, the most favorable condition for the small blind when it comes to re-raising stuff. And that's indeed completely correct. Yet another PLO 20 table on RunItOnce is opening. I'm not sure what the move is here because, you know, the crazy dude's here and here. So I don't really want to ditch the microgaming tables just yet. Do turn a pair. And a gutter, I guess. So I'm heavily discounting King Queen here, since it checked. King Queen Jack 9 sounds very good to me. Two pair with a blocker, three ways. This one I'll check. Okay, he's making it easy on me. Oh, I really can't fold. Some stuff going on here as well. They're going all in. Jacks versus what in the deuce? A gutter and a nut flush? Really? That's what you take into battle? No backdoors, just the open-ender and a pair out of position. Gotta let it go. Against the button, I'm c-betting here. Can show up with any kind of hand. He had an ace. Fair enough. Follow kings up with slightly nicer kings. King, king, 4-4, double suited. Turn 2 pair. Against a crazy dude, I'll let him do the betting. And turns out we have the same hand. This time here I'm gonna check behind. I need to let it go. A decent hand on the other RunItOnce table. I hope it's halfway in focus here. Looks like they're playing a big pot. I hate not c-betting. Actually, I'm c-betting. I hate not c-betting when I came over the top pre. He raises, and unfortunately that means I'm out. It's kind of unfortunate here because I do have some backdoor equity, so maybe I should have just checked there, try to keep the pot small. So let's let it go though. Again, I have the aces, I have the 6 in my hand, blocking pretty nicely here. Dude, really? I'm just zigging and zagging at the wrong times. I have all the 6s, man. Need to let it go. Can't be helped. In a splash. Certainly gonna raise here. I certainly folded wisely pre. Doesn't matter that I would have hit. It looks like a nice hand, but the 10 just completely kills it. Make the 10 a 7 or possibly even a 4. That's a different story. Did he have the top set there? No, he had kings. Wasn't sure if there was an ace or a king on that board. These are playing a decent pot. He fills up in the end. That's not gonna help the mental state of Rasucho. Who's at the crazy side in any case? He's sitting out, so I'm gonna close this table, move over the third RunItOnce table. Nope, not quite. That looks a little bit nicer. That was so entertaining, min raise on the button first in. But this is promising. He gets out of the way, so at least we're gonna have position now. That's a nice hand, the ace is 10-8 double suited. Yeah, SBR of 1.5. Let's get the money in, if he wants to. Does not. Alright, sitting now on 3 PLO 20 tables on RunItOnce. We have this table on micro where we have Crazy Alfred to our left and the F invariance guy to our right, who is also not very careful with his chips and where they end up. Yeah, case in point. 3-bet mania on that table, apparently. Right. So not a horrible flop, especially considering that we're a little bit short. And I am gonna get it in here, if he wants to. Get re-raised up here. What a flop. The 10... that jack gives us an open-ender as well. Let's go for the check raise with a, you know, pretty much the weakest hand I would check raise here. But generally speaking, check raises get a lot of respect. Not this time though. So I'm up at fold here. I am blocking kings and aces, which is why I'm still betting. No, at this point I'm really hoping we're splitting this hand. Here I get raised. That spot sucks. Against the pot size, I'll need to let this one go. Okay. You go, sir. Just the quads, huh? So here it gets checked through all the way, and somehow I luck my way into the nuts. Not really sure how that happened. And they are playing a big one down here. Aces against aces. I believe these aces are slightly nicer. This is more board to our liking. Flopping the second nuts. Gonna check it once more. We're never gonna win a big pot now. Might as well want to have him in here. So he didn't fold the last check raise. Slightly different scenario though. It was on the flop. Do think there's a decent chance that he folds now. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's an excellent card. to take that one down, and he left the table afterwards. A little bit of a pity, because I'm not gonna stick around too long to play heads up here. But I'll wait a minute or two, see if somebody joins. First, let's play the ace-ace jack-8 in the small blind versus a button open. Wonderful. Let's do it your way then. Kings and tens, huh? Oof. Fair enough. Not a 3 or 4 betting, 3 betting hand, by the way. Kings and tens. In case you're in that spot. Not even double suited. Let's see, is there a worthwhile microgaming table? Yeah, let's sit back at the one we were sitting earlier. This time though, we're gonna have position on loose VPIP player, or high VPIP player I should say, and FN variance guy. That ought to be fun. Ooh, there's a short stacking opportunity. Also with the maniac I have marked. I'll check it out. See if it's gonna be worth our while. And blind versus blind, there is certainly some room for limping. I'm gonna take one off with the pair and the flush draw. Also, a backdoor straight draw at that point. Okay. So I certainly made some questionable calls, to put it mildly, but I also seem to remember a bunch of all-in spots where I got the money in pretty good. Not getting rewarded for it though, but that's all in a day's work. Part of the game. And one crazy got replaced by another crazy down here. Fortunately the FN variance guy left. I'm out of position against him. It's not that huge of a deal as long as he's short. Flop a pair and an open-ender, really, to just the pot size right away, huh? This... not against pot, unfortunately. It hurts. I think I'm gonna close this table for now and move the short stacking PLO 50 table over. Because there are two racks here and I have a short stacked, albeit maniac, but you know, short stacked, it's not much value there. Yeah. I think that sounds alright. Down here, closing the action, rather loose call all in all. I think. But on this board, you know, I'm not gonna question any of what's gonna happen next. Okay, don't have a better full house, don't have a straight flush. It's the prayer right now, basically. Yeah. If he has tens, I'm not gonna save the money on the river, I'm not gonna fold on the river if I call now, and I'm not gonna fold now. It's worrying that he does lead out. Okay, wow. Very nice. Had him drawing that there. Nice change of pace. Really? Okay, not gonna fold just yet. This is kind of a nasty one. It's usually an excellent raising hand. Against an unknown, I think I remember this dude as being fairly crazy as well, so I'm gonna go for a high variance line here. Okay, that's an excellent hand to have against ours. That's an excellent board. We doubled up right there. And that's it for the short stacking, unfortunately. It's not exciting, but I mean, I'm gonna wait until the blinds come around. But that's the name of the game. When you short stack, you double up and then you wait for the blinds and take a hike. Which is a reason why short stackers are not universally liked, to put it mildly. And we turn to pair, top two. Might be worth something here. There's one dude behind me, I don't think so. Check here. Another short stacking opportunity on another table, where the dude or possibly lady, Liquor Lily here that I was actually gunning, I was originally gunning for, sat down. I think she or he left the other table that I joined. So let's see. Now the tally for the day shouldn't be as depressing. Well, we're still down on RunItOnce a bunch. 50 bucks on RunItOnce, so 2.5 buy-ins. But on micro, and we're up 1 buy-in, so a little more. Not terrible then. Against the min raise, huh? I still don't think so. Against the min raise, maybe debatable. But it's not a great hand. I wonder if this one would be open had he folded. Let's check that. Are all the queens opens on the button? Yeah, they are indeed. And they're all raise calls except for a very select few, like 8 deuce, 8-4, 8-3, these types of, but I'm fairly certain buttoff versus the cutoff here, and that's exact scenario, it should be folded. Oh hell yeah. Let's watch if any more money goes in here first. Kinda curious. Okay. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. Donkey Lion Kid and Frenchie, welcome back, both of you. Nice to see you back. Yeah, I mean, that's an option too, but I don't know, for some reason I always prefer to wait for the blinds to come around. Didn't knit up that much either. Like if an interesting spot came away. Then I played it, I didn't wait for the ace king king suited, so to say. But it's fair, just double up and leave. I mean, it's poker. You're not there to do anyone else a favor. Certainly not on the table to make friends, especially at least not in online poker. Not the primary goal. Need to let this one go. Fortunately, 2 peeps left here, but the table is still full of unknowns. He seems to be very active. And unknowns at PLO 50 is usually a good sign. Sure what's happening here, why it's taking so long for him to post. Ah, because he's sitting out, okay. Okay. Wow, what the deuce? What are these guys holding? 3 and another 3, okay. And they split it up, making the same full house. Well, fair enough, fair enough. I think it needs to be folded as well. So I don't really see this one coming over the top. Small blind versus button. Let's check it out. What was it? Ace King 10 6. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Okay, see if I can take it away at least. Right on. Okay, completing sounds acceptable to me. They're playing another decent one. King Jack versus Jack 6. Wow. Let's investigate here. Who was the raiser? Make two pair here. We had Lamar and Omar. Okay. Actually, Lamar bet on the flop. They both had two pair here at middle and bottom. He bet, he raised, he came over the top. Wow. Really? Just the open-ender. Well, we are deep against him. Okay, note taken. Never hurts. Well, we have sort of a hand here. It's not a great one. With the Ace King, I think this one is right. I need to look this one up. It's been a while since I checked up on my short stacking ranges. Well, that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Oof. No, don't do it to me. Okay, okay. Would have been nasty. Wow, we're liking this guy. The almighty 8-7-3 deuce. I guess singer suited? Don't see that every day. Ooh, almost min-raised myself here. Yep. Certainly gonna see bet this. Nice hand short stacking here. Let's do this first. And I get raised there, so I'm gonna come over the top against this dude. Yeah, no regrets if I lose it. Here I'm gonna raise as well. On table 1 I took it down. I think I left it on focus long enough to see. And would you look at that? Here he leads, I need to let it go. He calls, and we're golden. Nice! Almost tripled up on that table. Oh, we did triple up in total. So for a moment I was curious what I am doing in this hand in the first place, but I think it got he was sitting out, it got limped. Do I want to make my straight flush? I think the answer is yes, but it's too expensive. So against Crazy Dude number 1 we do have 2 pair. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Wow, and on this table with the aces we have it all. It's kind of an unfortunate board since we had it crushed, but yeah, yeah, checking. Checking there is the way to go. We're never gonna win a huge one there. No, rarely gonna play for a huge one, I mean. So that certainly helped. Now we're basically breaking even for the day. Nice. Also decent. Against the middle and bottom pair dude, who probably has the wrong shirt. One last hand on the PLO 50 table, nothing playable. So we could hop on a RunItOnce PLO 10 table. What's going down on microgaming? Okay, there's a table I definitely want to get a seat at on microgame. Wait. He's just with the ace-high flush draw blocking his own outs by having 3 spades. We are loving this guy. So I think for now I'm gonna stick to the microgaming table, because I know that this one is pretty juicy. And gonna wait for a seat on the PLO 20 table there. That looks mighty exciting. And this is just a pity. I would love to be in here. Can't quite justify it with this hand. This, on the other hand, I can. He takes it down pre. That's a fine board to see bet on. Okay. If you're that short, fair enough. So let's get an ace, I guess. Nope. More raising shenanigans from Lamar. This song always reminds me, this part of the old OMD, like the Sugar Tax album has song that has a very similar part to this. Also shows you how old I am. Let's start betting here. Now we actually pick up some additional outs. can't quite justify it. Was it a... No, 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 no. That's fine. Again, not gonna out crazy. I am looking to play as many hands as I can against him. This does not make the cut. Up here we flop an open-ender. Now a gutter on top. Just gonna bet it like I have it. Okay. See what these guys are up to. And on a table where everybody limped and I finally decided to put more money in. Not terribly excited about this board. He's the most likely to have an ace here. I'm gonna be a believer. Ooh. Found a seat on that PLO 20 table, that's awesome. So I'm gonna ditch this one in a moment again. Even though he looks worth our while as well, but 4 tables are enough. Don't need to play a 5th one on the side. This might get interesting. No, this I'm not gonna fold. It's also not quite strong enough to come over top. Make one of the other cards an ace, and I seriously consider it against him. Not in general, but against him. We do have a gutter to the nuts. Come on, you check and you turn us an 8 dealer. Not one of clubs, I should specify. Nope, okay, fair enough. Gonna take one off here. This is... Oh, it's gonna be a money-saving turn, that's for sure. In case he bets, yep. Bet he does. Let's see if I take this one down. Nah. I read something interesting, possibly I think Jen Anders actually said on one of his live streams that he's more inclined to believe people when they bet quickly, as he did here on the turn, on the river, because it usually takes a few moments or longer to like construct the bluff, to weigh the pros and cons of bluffing in any given spot. And so far I've found that to be very accurate. There was a bunch of stuff that missed there, i.e. all the flushes missed. And finally, a third PLO 20 table and RunItOnce opens. Kind of bad timing there a little bit. Do I want to let this one go? I might actually, yeah. I am gonna stick around on this one though. Because we have Versuccio again. Came back for a second round. Get raised here. Decided I wasn't having it. Went pretty nicely. Also in position, three-handed. I think this is borderline defensible to call here. Even with the gap there. He has a flush draw and that's it. Ugh. Oy vey, oy vey. And he shouldn't raise there either. So if you're in a similar spot, don't raise the kings there. I'm not sure about three-handed play. It's not my strong suit. Maybe that's different. But generally speaking, this is not a money-making 3-bet. This might make us some money. Yeah, a little bit short here. Ugh. Right away, huh? Yeah, well... I couldn't really fold there. As blows. 3 base to Sundays. But I'm not folding for this. Now, as played. I'm not laying it down. Yeah, good for you with nut flush. Always nice to see that one hold up. See what happens down here. Aces take it down. I don't know, maybe I was still, my stack was still large enough to just call there, wait for the turn. Because there, yeah, there were a lot of turns we wouldn't have been too excited about. I suspect this one was, at least in part, self-inflicted there, that loss. Ooh, what are they doing? What? Oh, he had queens, okay. With the flush draw, I'm probably taking one off here. Yeah, so the other all-in I was in fine shape. It gets just the overpair there and the second nut flush draw. There, I feel I played this one well. The ladder all-in there, not sure if I'm entirely excited about how I played it. Yep, certainly gonna call. We have the same hand. Here, things are rather interesting as well. Here I have a set. I have no idea why I checked here. On the he's never betting again. I'm never getting the check raise in. Duh. What he's calling with now? Did he river queens? He did indeed. Queen, queen, 8-6 is what he had. And they were completely offsuit. Wow. Might not be as tight as it looks, that guy. Some potential splash pot mania here. Let's watch. Again with the overpair and the flush draw. Those kings plus the king high flush draw seem to be treating him quite well. With the additional money here, I think it's worth it. Of course it's a open fold, so should he come over the top. I am done with the hand. Seems to be a decent board. Hail to the Redskins! Welcome back, mate. How's your day going? So 2 buy-ins up on micro. In total we should be down like 2.5 buy-ins or something. Having just lost 2 of them. 2 all-ins, I mean. Yep. That's exactly right. We got aces on 2 tables. And here we have action in front. Here we flop the top set. Make a full house on the other table in the 7 pairs. Probably gonna check this one, I think. Just calling here, maybe we can keep him in. Ugh, that was harder to say than I thought. Okay, hello nuts. It went check check all the way after I opened on the button. Did he have the low straight or what was going down? Oh, just the 8-4-3 deuce? What? What? Well, I guess he was living by the motto of, you know, if you think your opponent is bluffing, any bluff catcher is good. So it looks like the pool is slowly rising on RunItOnce. 18 entries now, 4 tables running. C-bet folding here. Maybe against him, not so smart, now that I think about it. But the dude who called with an 8. Yeah, probably not. Oh well, not a huge deal. No, Lamar sitting out. What's the world coming to? Wow, he's gone deep in tank. Okay. Yes, I'm not putting any more money in here. Oh, not such a long tank this time, huh? You do you. Ooh, Lamar set back in. Already running good. No! No! Just as I said that. Okay, for now I do have one table open on the side. Ooh, Lamar came back. Phew! Up here this could be a racing spot, not against this dude though. We have the open-ended straight flush draw. He bet once here and I called. I opted to check this board in a single race pot. He checks now. Probably fine checking behind. Yep, just a 5, no good. Yeah, it's a pot size, I'll let it go. Usually not a smart approach to call there. Oh, Lamar's in hand. Yeah, but we couldn't quite be. The Queen Jack 6-5 is fine. 7-5 is pushing it with the gap. And he likes the... It's another Lamar. He likes the pot-sized bets there. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, heads up? Yes, please. So I think I've seen him check when he doesn't have anything. So I'll just happily check behind. I got aces on the extra table. I'll move it over should action ensue. Yep, you take it, sir. That's fine. Just gonna check here. Right, so on the extra table I'm gonna move it over like this so I can still have the other table pop up. Half pot, sounds good. And we do take it down. He bets small. Certainly an interesting bet sizing. But I'm not gonna hang around, wait for the miracle jack. Not a Lamar hand. Ooh. Let's play this. The Queen Queen Jack 9 that was suited. Oof, what a board. But he can fold a decent amount, so I'm gonna go for one bet here. To make the nut straight, which might be enough. This might keep him from betting. Or make him bet. Unfortunate. Wow, not a pool jump, 28 entries at PLO 20. Things are looking up indeed. Another hand here. Not quite, we would need a 10. I have my doubts that we will seeing a turn here. Another pot size bet, interesting. Not a raise, I believe I looked this one up with the 6. Actually, I didn't look it up for this scenario. With both the backdoors, I would be happy putting the money in here, I think. Even though I don't have a pair, but the wrap and all the backdoor flushes, I think that's fair. Yeah, same is still true. No straight materialized. I do have the 6 in my hand. Flush draw comes in. And if he comes over the top now, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Checking also a good option here, but I think this might not be the spot where I'm over c-betting, because I have a decent chance of taking it down. I would believe. A min raise here I called, of course, striving to play as many hands as I can against Rasuchu as long as they're, you know, reasonable. Ooh, get a hand on the Lamar table. This is probably a squeeze. It's probably good enough. Here I get raised. Let's check this out. Double suited kings. We flop a gutter, I guess, and that's pretty much it. And I believe if he comes over the top, I need to fold this one. Not entirely sure about that, fortunately. Okay, if it's going multi-way, that... yeah, not our board, unfortunately. So let's check this one out. What's the GTO approach here? Wasn't a big blind, right? It was like a under the gun squeeze. King, queen, jack. Ah, see, just call. King, queen, jack, just call, not don't raise. Even in a squeeze spot, okay. So a little bit too optimistic there. What's going on here? He had the wrap, he had an open-ender plus the flush draw. Makes sense. As played this hand with the king, king, queen, jack. So he raised, he called. I think calling there is fine then. If I made the mistake of raising in the first place, and apparently it is a mistake, then we do have none doubts. It's as well connected as a king, king hand can be. Yeah. I think then would probably be a mistake to fold it. I would assume. If you have an opinion about it, let me know. I'd be curious. Assuming you know as played. So when I want to make a mistake of raising there. Curious to know if you think I should be calling then 3 ways, closing the action. Not... well, actually it might be. Certainly is gonna be a raise fold. I think it might be alright. I'll check it out in a moment once the pre-flop is over. Okay. We have a double gutter and a nut flush draw. It's 2 relatively short dudes. I might actually go for the check raise here. No, we don't have a double gutter. Sorry, just have the gutter and my bad. So no check raising and check calling. Seems mighty fine to me. Now we have an open ender and the nut flush draw. We also block the current nuts. And this one, unless he has ace queen, probably won us the pot. So I'm really curious, should he bet? I can find a fold here. What do you have? Set of 9s. So he had a queen. Hang on. What? So he had a queen 9-9-6 with. So he had top pair with clubs and turned a set. Okay. Here I'm still gonna call, even though this dude is very tight, but I suspect he's opening up against Versucho there. Otherwise I would have folded. If not for this constellation. More raising going on the Lamar table. I'm all for that. Would love to get a hand though. Not what I consider being a hand. How about this? Yeah. Looks a bit better. In the splash pot here, I'm not folding. Oof. Turn us a king? An ace would be fine as well. Nah. Okay. No dice. Got aces on the off-screen table. I'll move it over in case something happens. Nope, take it down pre. Okay, this table broke, fair enough. And as soon as Vertuccio left, everybody else left. It's pretty funny. Ah, he's the pot-sized bad guy, I remember. Not sure if this one is GTO approved, but there's some straights to be made, a few at least, and you know, it is Lamar. We have a nut suit, we have a pocket pair. Okay, that's the best board we've seen against Lamar in a while. Not so fun turn. So he was the pre-flop raiser here. I refused to believe that he would have checked a 9. That he would have checked any pair, any top pair. Okay, now I need to fold. Well, with all the kings, I probably could have c-bet here once more. And look at that, he had kings as well. Over here, not quite. Yeah, and that's correct. The 10-6 could be a call there because of the added straight possibilities, but the 10-7-7-4 triple suited is indeed a fold. See a raise here, interesting. The re-raise, okay. What you gonna do, Lamar? Fold, finds the fold button. Not many hands on this table, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll do my best to remain patient. Let's check out that ace 10-6-6, by the way. How would that be played by the solver? I believe around the button he was like an MP. And then it's close-ish. The 8-7, 8-6, and 8-5 and ace-king would be called. All the others would be folded. So with the added Lamar factor, I think it's right on the edge. Yep, couldn't be in this hand either. Really? Kings against the aces, duh. Just with the queen and the kings, that is too bad. It's a good thing he's sticking around and reloading. Just give us a hand! So close to a decent board. Also very optimistic call, don't get me wrong. Trying not to go off the rails too much. Well, we do end up making the straight here. Everybody keeps checking. Take it down here. Take that one down. Neato. Okay. So normally not a raising hand. If he folds, I'm certainly gonna do it. I would love to play this heads up against him. I was not gonna fold it to 3-bet by him at least. It's the first decent hand I've seen in a while, and I would love to play it heads up. No against this dude. Again, normally I'm way checking here way often. But if he puts the money in, then I'll take it to the face. Given what we've seen him do. Okay, now I'm slowing down a little bit. Putting a lot of straights out there. Which you would probably bet though. It's an excellent question. Ooh, really? Just making that board worse and worse, huh? Yep, can't be helped. Now the question is, if I limp here, do we ever... Nope, okay. Will we ever be able to seat for 20 cents on this table? And I kind of doubt it. That looks okay. Top two, a gutter. No spades though, so I'm gonna size up. But with all the blockers, I'm not checking here. He called, like, duh. Why wouldn't he? Ace against king. Wow, tough one. He doesn't fill up, so it's not going to be beneficial for his mindset. And on table 1 I took it down. With the c-bet there and the 9-8 whatever board. Open up a short second table on the side that looks to be full of unknowns and one possible crazy dude. Not entirely sure. Closing the action, let's call here. Nope. He takes it down. Nemox! Been a while since I've seen you. Welcome back to the channel, Nemox. Nice to have you here. We have Lamar at the table, who is crazy. So I don't mind calling a weaker hand here. Closing the action this time. Oh no, you were here yesterday, Nemox, right? I think you were here one of the last days. In any case, welcome back. I hope you're having as nice or better as we are having here in Germany. There's Jacks. Okay, don't sit out, don't sit out. Come back. Okay, phew. The dealer keeps teasing us, giving us most of a hand, never quite giving us a hand. Well, rarely. Not gonna say never. Looks like these guys are playing a decent one. Everybody's sitting out. How can you sit out on the Lamar table? Need to go pee for like half an hour now. I can't justify it. Looks like these guys are playing a decent one. He, I think he 3-bet, he came over the top. Nope. Here, on the other hand, now that's a perfect hand. It's not the ideal table, but I'll take it nevertheless. Let's watch what's happening down here first. So table 2 MC betting with the overpair and the queen high flush draw. Jacks, when did he get his jacks? On the turn, huh? Wow. Everybody's just bad beating Lamar. Take it down on table 2 with the c-bet there. Oops, sorry. So this I could call. And we flop something. We have a top pair, which is already a good start against Lamar, and we have an open ender. Make that the nuts. He is very bet happy. Ugh. I should have bet. Should have bet. Question is, can I fold now? I'm not sure what the answer is here. I have no idea if he's bluffing in spots like these. I'm just gonna close my eyes. Thank the Lord. I would love to, but this feels a little bit too frivolous. Interesting spot here in the splash pot. I decided to call the single open here. And I think the money's going in. Should he bet? Okay, now it certainly is. Let's hope he doesn't have kings. Nice. Also nice that we have aces down here. The flu. Ugh. That's not the time of the year for the flu. Sorry to hear it, man. Flus are never fun. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, we block top set, not flush draw. Which would actually make it a little bit more worrying should he come over the top, but still. This one plays itself. And working the flu and working a lot, that doesn't sound like a fun combo. He does. Wow! When is top set ever good? He did have the top set, wow. That was a tough beat. Sorry, mate. This one I'm very happy calling in position. Not happy about the flop though. Yep, just gonna let it go. In a splash pot here, the money's going in top and bottom. Actually top two, if you want to be technical about it. On an otherwise super dry board. Aces. Let's see if aces get there. Nope. Take one down. Getting some money back. Yeah, so down 70 bucks on micro. On what's the site called? RunItOnce, right? RunItOnce. He might be a little bit angry. Is this hand good enough? Ugh. Guess not horrible. Here we get raised. This one I have no problem calling. Way less questionable than the queens. The queens I need to check out, to be honest. Here he bets. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, so on RunItOnce down 70, and I think on micro we are up 40, so down 31.5 binds. This is okay-ish. Especially seeing that in the first half of the session we got the money in good a bunch of times and didn't hold. For some reason we took down this one there. I'll check this one out. I'm never quite sure with the paired hands in the big blind how wide I can call. 20 cents, huh? Well, having all those jacks kinda hard to boot. Right on. Almost folded there, then I was like, wait a minute. I have blockers. So let's check it out. King, Jack, Jack, deuce, huh? On the button versus a cutoff open. That's just fine. It's a perfectly fine call. I was gonna say I'm not folding double suited aces here. Now I kinda need to. Gonna close the short stacking tables, losing its appeal. And I did make a small profit, up to 23 euros from, you know, the standard 15 buy-in. With the YOLO speech, really? Doesn't matter that we would have turned it. It's always a good fold. And he had a questionable hand, pre. Let's check 6-5. Should be raised in the first place. Ace Jack 6-5 under the gun. I mean, ignoring the Lamar factor for a moment. No, it shouldn't. Interestingly enough. No, no, he left. Well, in a sense that is good news, because now I get a hand. Of course I do. Of course I do. Right, so in the short stacking world, I'm gonna go all in here. I have a pair, I have the overpair, I have a second nut flush draw. And here's the nut flush draw, unfortunately. We are good right now. Let's see if we can stay good. No! Come on, we were doing... Oh no, he had threes, never mind. Okay. Wonder what he was doing in that hand, that Bendixson dude. Wow. Ooh, what a favorite of mine is coming back here, so maybe I'll stick around. And looks like we're gonna play another one here. And against the aces this time. This time he has something, huh? That's unfortunate. Make it a jack? Nope. This one has to be alright. I'm gonna fold it if he comes over the top though. Same story here. Let's check both of them out. I think they're cool. Then King Queen is fine. And the other one was King Queen Queen with a dangler? 6, yeah. Which is not fine, which should be folded. The second one with the King Queen Queen. So, yeah, I looked it up yesterday or something similar. Should have known that. With these hands, you really don't want to have a dangler in there. In these spots, small blind versus button. I made a flush, okay. This one is fine, I believe, even though it's not suited to the ace. Okay. Double paired offsuit hand in a splash though. It's a dude who was raising a little bit wider than he should have earlier. Flop bottom set. Just gonna call. Not a very fun turn. Then again, not many would have been. And check once more with a not low full house, basically. To take it down. Wait. Oh, he raised? Whoops. I didn't notice that. Well, what's done is done. Now I'm not checking on this board. The flush draw is coming in at least. Well, he's not folding a jack. There's little point in c-betting here. You have a little bit of showdown value. So he doesn't have nines. Just sting. Kings is fine. Kings is fine. Just nines would have stung. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go on a break. Clear my head a little. Certainly hasn't been a widely successful session, unfortunately. On the upside, not all due to my own mistakes, so there's that. So I'll get some dinner, take the dog for a walk. In a few moments. So in total we're down like 4 buy-ins, 4.5, something like that. Could be better, could be worse. that one kosher? Queen, queen, 7-3. I think it is, right? We check this one out. Actually, the 7-3 is a little bit too disconnected. Most of the queens are a call there. Not this one in particular. Okay. Looks like they're gonna be playing 4 big one. Nope. But these guys most certainly are. Ooh, wow, what's going on what's going down here? Just with the wow. That's not a great hand to go all in with. Ooh, speaking of great hands, for the last orbit on the short second table, I do pick up the bullets. So here I get raised, and I'm not quite sure if I want to lay this one down, to be honest. Not a great hand, it's a splash pot. This dude is crazy as hell. Here he came over the top, which I appreciate immensely. Do take it down. So while this is not the flop for us, I don't mind calling loosely here with the blue shirt in there. In a splash pot where people are known to go crazy. And he just lost a huge pot, so he's certainly tilted. Any favorable flop, we would have been likely to get some money back there. Okay, let's do one over of short stacking, and then I'll go on a break. And unless I find that I'm, you know, not in the right mindset or anything, I will be back in, let's say, around 1 hour, 90 minutes, a little bit earlier than as per schedule, so to say. Seems to be a peculiar guy. Yeah, very high VPIP. He does have a decent pre-flop raise. And it's probably decent 3-betting frequency. Nah. Let's see, maybe we'll pick up a decent hand and double up once more. It certainly helped with the way the session went. Looks like a fun flop. Certainly would have been one for us. Then again, we would have never been in this hand. And rightly so. One more hand. See if there's anybody fun to host. I usually do find somebody that's fun. Komodo Dragon. Oh, Ruler's Poker is having a PLO quiz stream. Yeah, let's head over to his place in a moment. Wow. Chips are flying, huh? King, Queen and a flush draw and a set of deuces. Make that 4 of a kind. Sounds like that's gonna win the pot. And doesn't adjust. Alright, so far, thanks everybody for watching. Let's do the credit thing, because that's kind of fun. And yeah, as I said, I'll be back in like 1 hour, 90 minutes, something like that. After I walk the dog, ate some dinner. And let's head over to Ruler's Poker's his place, and see what he's doing with the PLO stream. PLO quiz stream. Oh god, I can't talk anymore. Right, thanks everybody for watching, and see you soon. Cheers.